Hello everybody, I'm here, and today we're going to be taking a look at some real ghost screams that were recorded in an empty room. So if you're ready to get scared out of your wits, then let's get into it. First off, before we start, please don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoy these kinds of videos. She was using a spirit box and the room was empty. Now this video is only 13 seconds long, and it starts off with what sounds like a woman screaming in the background. But it's very distorted and hard to make out exactly what she's saying. He also added that he and his two friends were conducting the experiment to see if they could communicate with any spirits that may be haunting his home. This video is just over a minute long, and it was allegedly filmed by a home security camera inside of an empty room. It starts off with the camera panning across the room, when suddenly a loud bang can be heard. He also said that he checked the camera after this happened and it was completely fine, so it must have just been the ghost. Sadly, that's all he shared about this terrifying experience. And then the camera pans back to the same spot that it started at. In this video, a man can be seen sitting down in an empty apartment while recording with his cell phone. He also said that he currently lives in the apartment, but no one was there when the video was recorded. As far as I can tell, those bangs were the only sounds that were caught on the camera that night. After a few seconds, he starts talking to what seems to be a spirit in the room. And after a little bit longer, a loud bang can be heard. And then the man says, "Wow, what was that?" And then a couple seconds later, another bang can be heard, and the man jumps in surprise. In this video, a man can be seen standing in front of an open door while talking into what looks like a microphone. The room is completely empty. But the man says, "I know you guys are here. I feel you here. I know you guys are watching me." To think that this was an empty apartment, and these sounds were caught by a security camera. If you enjoyed this video, and you want to see another just like it, then check out one of the videos that's on your screen right now. But until then, I'll see you next time. Bye. And then, he stops talking for a moment before saying, "Here's a ghost scream for ya." And just after he says that, a blood-curdling scream can be heard. And then the man says, "That was crazy. That was insane." And that's all he says before the video ends. Now throughout the rest of the video, nothing else happens, which is probably what makes this video so creepy. You can see everything in the room. There's no people or animals anywhere. And the only sound that was caught was that loud bang at the beginning of the video. However, I couldn't find anything online about this story, which is always disappointing, but it still makes for a very spooky video. In this video, you can see the camera slowly moving around the room, when suddenly a loud crash can be heard and the camera falls to the ground. Now, the scary part about this video is that the camera was hooked up to a Wi-Fi connection, so it wasn't moved by accident. Somebody literally unplugged the camera and threw it to the ground. But even more surprising than that is the fact that there was nobody in the room. The person operating the spirit box then says, "Are you there? Can you hear me?" And the spirit box responds by saying, "Help me." Then the woman's voice can be heard again, saying, "Let me in." And then finally, the person asks, "Who is it?" And the spirit box responds by saying, "I want in." And that's all it says before the video ends. Also, make sure you subscribe so you can be notified every time we upload a new video. And with that said, let's get right into it. In this video, a man can be seen sitting down while communicating with what he believes to be a spirit box. And the entire video is dark except for the light that can be seen coming from the computer screen. For the first part of the video, nothing really happens, but then the man says, "What's your name?" And the spirit box responds by saying, "Katie." And then the man asks, "Can you tell me where you are?" And the spirit box responds by saying, "Under the stairs." Now the man asks, "Who's under the stairs?" But the spirit box doesn't answer. Instead, it starts making some weird noises. And then the man asks, "Is anyone there?" And then the spirit box says, "Yes." And then the man asks, "Do you want to come out?" And the spirit box responds by saying, "No." And that's all it says before the video ends. So Supernova 777 replied to everyone saying, "No, this was a room in their house that was completely empty. It was also during the day. A friend had been using the spirit box and they hadn't had any response until this point. They ended the session after this. But unfortunately, that's all Supernova 777 shared about this video. So we don't have much more information. But it's still pretty creepy to think that this was an empty room, and these were the only sounds that were caught on the spirit box. Now, this first one comes from Reddit user Supernova777, who posted this clip online along with the caption, "This is a recording from my friend SEVP session." Now, a lot of people commented on the post asking for more context. Next up is this video posted by a user named Capybaraman, who captioned it EVP Session Day 2, Spirit Box Session. In the comments, Capybaraman would later explain that the spirit box was placed inside of an empty bedroom that was soundproofed. Moving on, we have this video posted by a user named Chill Pills, who captioned it, "Got something crazy on my security camera." A few days later, Chill Pills would upload another video that was filmed at the exact same location. That's the one that has an even scarier video. In a comment, Chill Pills explained that he lives alone and he never sees anybody in his security camera footage. Next up, we have this video uploaded by a user named Brock3star, who simply titled it "Ghost Screaming." Unfortunately, we don't have much information about this video, but it's still super creepy to think that this was an empty room and that was a real ghost scream. Finally, we have this video posted by a user named JB98, who captioned it, "Ghost caught on security camera while recording an empty apartment." In a comment, JB98 explained that this was a video from a security camera that was left on overnight. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't find any more information about this video, but it's still pretty creepy. So those are some truly terrifying ghost screams that were recorded in an empty room.